How do you handle the guilt of not being there for your child during grief? After my wife died suddenly in a car accident, my daughter Camilla and I started to drift apart. She was 15, quiet, angry in a way she couldn't explain, and I was too tired and broken to ask her to try. Every corner of the house felt like Elena had just stepped out of it. Her sweater still hung on the coat rack, and the half-painted mural she and Camilla had started on the back wall stayed exactly as it was the day she passed. I couldn't bring myself to touch any of it. I started working longer hours at the mechanic shop because I convinced myself it was the right thing to do. We needed the income, and I thought staying busy would keep the grief from swallowing me whole. I told myself Camilla needed a roof over her head more than she needed conversations I didn't know how to have. But she saw it differently. She thought I was choosing work over her, choosing silence over connection. She stopped talking to me unless she had to. Her once bright personality, the way she used to sing around the house or doodle in her sketchbook, disappeared. Her teachers emailed me about missed assignments and late homework, but I rarely had the time to respond. Then came the call from her school. She had skipped class, failed an exam, and they wanted to schedule a meeting. I told them I would be there, but I didn't show. I was under a car that afternoon, covered in grease, and never made it out of the garage. That night, we argued. I told her she needed to take responsibility for her life. She told me I wasn't part of it anyway. She slammed the door and left. I thought she just needed some air. Then I got the voicemail. Her voice was shaking. "I just needed you to see me, Dad, but you never do." I dropped everything. I called her over and over. No answer. I called her friends. I drove to the park, the library, everywhere I could think of. Nothing. And then I remembered the art center. She and Elena used to go there every Saturday. It had been their space. I drove there, hoping I wasn't too late. The lights were on. I walked in and saw her at the back, standing in front of a giant wall covered in color. She was painting, fast and messy. She didn't see me at first. I stood and watched as she added to the same mural she and her mother had started years ago. Her shoulders were shaking. She was crying, but she didn't stop. She just kept painting, pouring everything into the wall. When she finally turned and saw me, she didn't yell. Her face just fell. "Why are you here now?" she asked. I stepped closer. "Because I heard your message, and I needed to see you too." She didn't look convinced. Her voice cracked when she spoke again. "I felt like I was disappearing, and you didn't even notice." I swallowed hard. I noticed. I just didn't know what to do. I thought if I kept moving, kept working, I could make things okay. But I was wrong. I can't fix this with hours at the garage.